Hello, everyone. My name is Sara Vido. I'm full professor of international law at Ca' Foscari University of Venice, Italy, and I've been teaching for many years at Venice International University as well.
Calloni, I'm full professor for social and political philosophy and also the director of the academic network UNIRE, which gather Italian university for the prevention of gender-based violence.
Hi, everyone. My name is Zeynep Gülru Goker. I'm an associate professor of political science at Sabanci University at the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, and I currently also serve as the director of the Sabanci University Gender and Women's Studies Center of Excellence to Gender.
Yes, we decided to design this PhD academy for many reasons, but we can select three main. First of all, to provide a deep interdisciplinary understanding of the Council of Europe Istanbul Convention on preventing and combating violence against women and domestic violence. This convention was adopted in Istanbul in 2011 and entered into force in 2014. It is a very important and innovative legal instrument that was ratified by 39 parties, including recently the European Union. And this is of particular interest for the fact that, well, first of all, Turkey withdrew from the convention, and actually recently in 2023, European Union acceded the Istanbul Convention, and after that adopted a directive implementing partially the convention. The second reason is the opportunity in the PhD Academy to reflect on the backlash on women's rights that we can see around the world. Human rights of women in all their diversity, women at the intersection of different grounds of discrimination are under attack. And this PhD Academy is meant to be a place where to reflect on this issue. And thirdly, it's an opportunity to put together our expertise. Indeed, VIU was the place where this was meant to be. I've been working with Marina for several years now, and in different contexts, and she also in countries as well. And she contributed to the commentary on the Istanbul Convention that I co-edited along with another faculty member of this PhD Academy. And then I met also Gülru at Venice International University, and she was so kind to invite me to Istanbul at her research center to present the commentary to the Istanbul Convention. So I think that was the perfect match, all three together. So we decided together to plan this PhD Academy, and I hope that this will be a great opportunity for early career researchers at PhD level to learn more about this important legal instrument.
I'll describe the PhD Academy and some of the topics that will be covered in the program. First of all, I also would like to mention that I think that my colleagues will also agree that it's quite special. It focuses entirely on the Istanbul Convention, which is a key legal instrument. So we designed the program to explore the convention from multiple angles. We'll begin by examining the text itself and how it interacts with other human rights instruments. We'll look at how it's implemented by Grevio, which is the monitoring body, how it's interpreted by the European Court of Human Rights. We'll also look at EU's legal engagement with the convention, especially in light of, as Sara has mentioned, the recent adoption of the 2024 directive on countering violence against women and domestic violence. And as part of that, we'll be addressing the very important and timely issue of cyber violence as well. We'll take a close look at the jurisprudence of the Court of Justice of the EU, how it's referenced the convention. And as Sara has already mentioned, a major theme of the Academy is this broader political context surrounding the Istanbul Convention, these processes of democratic backsliding, the rise of anti-gender politics, and the opposition to the Convention, which requires a comparative perspective, which I think will be of interest to a lot of early career scholars. We'll be looking at what happens when states ratify, do not ratify, or, as in the case of Turkey, withdraw from the Convention. So the legal and institutional framework will be supplemented by looking at this political atmosphere and also grassroots responses such as feminist movements, civil society organizations, in the face of what they do in the face of this growing opposition. An important approach of the Academy's intersectionality as a cross-cutting lens. So we'll be considering how various forms of marginalization, particularly those related to migration and refugee status, disability, socioeconomic status, shape both the experience of violence, but also the type and reach of protections offered by the Convention. And we'll also be discussing what's missing. So it really provides a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary lens to the study of the Istanbul Convention and issues around it.
The PhD Academy is organized also in collaboration with Ocean, a very important network at the Council of Europe level regarding the conventions that were adopted within the legal system of the Council of Europe. And we are very honored to have this partnership because that is a message of cooperation that is purely transnational.
As my colleague said, Argo, the PhD Academy you are proposing not simply an educational tool, it's a platform for transnational dialogue, advanced research, also interdisciplinary collaboration on one of the most urgent and challenges issue of our times, it is gender-based violence. And because it has been defined, gender-based violence, by the World Health Organization as a shadow pandemic due to this pervasiveness across societies and culture, and also the long-term impact it has over generations. So confronting such a complex phenomenon requires a holistic and integrated approach, as we want to offer, grounded in scientific knowledge, institutional cooperation, and cross-border engagement, because women's human rights are under attack. So what we would like also to offer, and what is relevant and quite challenging and original in our PhD Academy, is knowledge sharing, as already said, scientific and institutional cooperation, and then also network building and public engagement, because we want to work not only with institutions and scholars, but mainly with grassroots movements, and also in order to influence also the change of mentality, mindsets, but also policy oriented towards the contrast to gender-based violence. So our could be also a concrete example of international cooperation under different levels, as also our academic network UNIRE is trying to do. So it's a new model of forms of transnational research, and also in the form also of shared intellectual and institutional, and also efforts, and also in collaboration with activists. So what is the added value of our PhD Academy is not only scientific excellence, but is also critical reflection and institutional international perspective. So training future researchers and experts, the construction of long-term academic and professional networks, and mainly also productive dialogue between universities, women's movements, and institutions. So what we want to do, it's also to engage in rigorous interdisciplinary research and open international cross-border dialogue, while building between bridges between academia, civil society, and institutions. So it is really our PhD Academy offer a unique opportunity to do exactly that, to cultivate, as said, share knowledge, comparative reflection, and strengthen a global alliance. We need really in this time where violence is increasing instead of decreasing. So we have to reflect upon that, not only as scholars, but also as active citizens. And also for because we are very much committed to social justice and human rights.